Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is more on the road with Bernard Moore the third, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Nothing but more is what we are all about. Thank you for joining me this lovely day. I am here at Full Moon Barbecue. Man, we were welcome. They welcomed us back here, and we're having a whole lot of fun here at Full Moon. And they came in, they greeted me again as well with the scent of great food. We're here live at 1935 God, what is that street? 1935 Main Street. And again, they came in and I was slapped by the smell of this good food. And now they got me hungry. I tried to go place an order to go order here, but as usual, that they said that everything's gonna have to wait because of the way that they order that they make their orders. Their orders are right there to be done just as soon as you order. So I was saying I'm gonna go ahead and place it to go order because I need to get something to go and make a mess on my shirt again. Now, speaking of that, I I was here last Wednesday. I was here last Wednesday uh, doing the show Talking Sports Live with Rob J, Larry Nix, and myself. And I had a to go order of fries. I had to go order of fries and chicken tenders. And as usual, I was driving. Well, I wasn't driving. I was actually stationed, and I was sitting down. And I was eating. I was eating, and just like we stated before, I was talking with Eve in reference to having food and stuff. Don't make a mess while you're trying to drive and eat. But see, I wasn't driving. I was at home, and I was sitting down, and I was eating the food. And guess what happened? I was some barbecue sauce on my shirt. And so, yes, I was just teasing Eve that I was sitting at the eating, and I wasted some barbecue sauce on my shirt. And I told her, and she said, "There you go. So you should have been trying to eat and drive and all the other good stuff." But we got a good show lined up here for you today. I have a guest on the other end that is about to join us. Joining us today here on More on the Road with Bernard Moore the third, presented by More and More Sports Management. Joining me today on the show is up and coming sensational coach. Now, I had the opportunity to watch her coach at an All Star game, and now she's still continue on and doing what she does with her coaching tactics because she's still undefeated in district and has potential to go ahead and win district and then potentially probably see her at the big house. But I know they have to go through some different journeys to get to the big house. But joining me today is Coach Christina Dumas. She's the head coach at the Yazoo County Lady Panthers. How you doing today, Coach?
Good morning. I'm fine. How are you?
Well, I really appreciate your time for joining me this lovely Saturday. It would have been nice if you would have been here with me. I know, but this weather doesn't want a lot of people to travel. But hey, with my line of work, I got to travel because my show says more on the road, so I have to be on the road 24/7. So
I
I can't
love
sit
it.
stationary. But thank you for joining us this day, Coach. How's everything going in Yazoo County?
I really can't complain at this moment. We're winning. I think we're close to playing our best basketball right now. So I'm fairly impressed. We're in a good place.
All right, now you have one more district game
Two
coming
more.
up. Two more. Okay, well,
Hmm.
I'm looking at the schedule, and I know with this changing with the weather, kind of threw a curveball in a lot of games. Because, like I asked you off air, did you guys have a game today? Because there's a lot of games being played today because of the weather. So you guys
Hmm.
have two more.
Yes, sir.
All right, who do y'all else have coming up?
So on next Wednesday we travel up to Rootville, and on next Thursday we play Elsie for the final time.
Yeah, and I see y'all just played them yesterday, and you were victorious.
Yes, sir.
6-0 so far with a 75 7 I mean excuse me 18-5 overall record.
Mhm.
How are you keeping the girls focused about what's the task at hand?
Oh, that's that's tough. They have a lot going on. And I was actually thinking about that, and I'm not sure. I didn't know you was gonna, ask that particular question, but um, with this generation of kids, you have to, remain unique and keeping them focused. So what's important to me is, getting their intake on what's going on. Like, how do you feel about everything? Do you feel that we need to make any changes at this moment? How do you feel that we're performing? How do you feel overall? So just keeping a constant check-in um, with the girls mentally and physically, that plays an important part.
Yeah, and like I totally agree that, especially with this generation of scholar athletes now, they're very talented,
Hmm.
they're coachable. Some of them are, but we just want to know what are some of your tactics of trying to keep them focused besides accepting input. Is it a type of you want to run some type of exciting plays, or you allow them to help design the plays, things along that? What else is something that you're keeping them intact to play to produce what they're producing right now?
So they have a lot of input on what they run. So offensively, I give them the freedom to run, freely. And then defensively, as long as they're, bringing their energy in on the defensive end, they have the option to do. They have all the options to do what they want to do offensively, as long as they're disciplined. I know, like, let's just say, for instance, with the baseline out of bounds play. I would tell them, hey, this week, girls, you can go find someone that you would want to run to the baseline out of bounds plays, and I'll just sit there. And they seem really excited about doing stuff like that.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask you this, in reference to giving them the freedom, and then also do a lot of your well, kind of it's a two-part question. Do a lot of your girls play AAU basketball?
Um, I have like four to maybe five to play AAU ball. So my core group, yes, sir.
Okay, and now I'm not trying to knock AAU basketball what they do, but it is exposure for our athletes. But sometimes the coaching is a little different.
It is.
With that, do you have your are how can I say? Do you have a good relationship with their AAU coaches?
That's been the goal since day one, to have that relationship with them. So I tend to talk to them to let them know, hey, this is what we're doing offensively. This is the role of this kid on my team, on the offensive end and on the defensive end. So if you could help me um, keep them aligned with my principles, we're good.
Now, and how has it been receptive? Now, I don't want to point out any coaches. Has they been receptive, or they kind
Absolutely,
of like, now who she thinks she talking to?
absolutely, absolutely.
But now I know again, I don't want to step on anybody's toe. How do you feel about your players playing AAU, and especially you're trying to accomplish something with the institution you're coaching at and teaching at? How do you feel about your players playing AAU?
I have a great group of kids, so they remain coachable on both sides. But just in viewing the whole AAU and high school basketball in general, I feel like, some kids have more respect for the AAU arena as opposed to the high school arena. I'm not saying that for my girls, because I have a great group of kids. They enjoy playing both. But I've heard in the past where kids are more excited to go play AAU, you know, before they're excited playing it on the high school level.
Now, and with that, now I know a lot of school districts and high school coaches they're getting more to playing summer league basketball so
Mhm.
that you can kind of have not saying complete control of the athletes, but have your hands more on them to really continue to coach them up and to gel the team. Is that
Mhm.
something direction that you definitely support, and are you all a part of that as well?
That's been the talk. Like, we've been playing, a lot of summer games, and I think the AAU starts in like July, maybe. Um, but for the most part, I'm on board with it.
And now I know that you still this season is not over with yet. Again, you guys are looking real good at 18-5 and 6-0 in district.
Hmm.
Who is your biggest threat right now in Class 3A? you in the tournament, there's somebody that you don't want to face in this tournament. You feel that's the biggest threat.
A part of me wants to say the team that I'm looking at in the mirror. That's our biggest threat because
Uh huh.
oftentimes, when we're losing these ball games, we're our own fault. It's not because of anything else the opponent is doing. But I know you want an answer. I know you're looking for a team. So
No, no. Well, because I mean, let me answer that real quick. Now, see, I didn't want you to give a I want you to give a truthful answer, and you gave a
okay,
truthful answer, stating the team that you looked in the mirror. Because that's one
that's
thing I feel that that's one thing I feel that if you produce on the court and to be successful, to order to win, you got to look at yourself because nobody can beat you but you. And I can
that's right.
respect that. But now I know you said I know I was looking for a team, so get prepared to face the Yazoo County Panthers, Coach, on your quest to see yourself at the big house. Now, in reference to your team,
Hmm.
how supportive is the community? Because I know that Yazoo County, Yazoo City is a small knit, tight knit community, and they are there
Hmm.
supporting. Because I know that you all basically almost pack out the gyms every day. How
Hmm.
supportive is the
But
community with you all?
honestly, we have a small group of people that's very supportive as far as the fan base. And it could be, because the Yazoo City High School boys are, on the road right now. So that kind of splits the community as far as, you know, who's going to support who. If the city is playing on this night and we have a home game on this night, 9 times out of 10, that's going to affect our crowd. Inside the school base, we have a very supportive administration, um, teachers, faculty, they're all supportive. Um, the students, the ones that like the game of basketball, they are there supporting the parents. And like I said, other like the small fan base that's going to be there, whether it's raining, sleeting, or snowing. They're supporting on a consistent basis.
Now I know with your crosstown ride with the Yazoo City Indians, how do you feel that, especially when you guys play that game, and I know you want to win. How
Hmm.
competitive are the student athletes because they see each other, going to the shopping mall, the eateries, even in their own neighborhoods. How competitive is the game, and also is it good clean competition?
This year, I can say it's good, clean competition. My girls, along with the girls from Yazoo City, they actually play on the same AAU team.
Okay.
Um, so it's more so they have somewhat of a relationship now. I have that relationship with the girls. But of course, both teams want to win. So you're gonna see that A1 game each and every time we play the city. They're gonna bring it.
All right. Now, and with that, speaking of, I know it's competitive, especially on the board sides as well, because I had the opportunity to talk with Coach Carlisle and able to
Mhm.
see him at the big house. I know he's probably gonna be upset at me because I tried to run him out the Coliseum because they were sitting there celebrating after the game. He's like, "Coach, no, give us time. No, we haven't won in a while. No, just let us celebrate." I said, "Coach, now y'all got to go. It's time to go home." But I know I got double respect for it as he considers himself young Phil Jackson on the
Yes.
success that he has with the Indians, and also in support of his father, because his father is a legend in Yazoo County. And also, what I'm
Yes.
not going to say just Yazoo County, but in the state of Mississippi, dealing with high school basketball, because he has produced a lot of male players as well as female players, in which some of
Mhm.
them have gone out to be successful college players as well as some went professional, and a few that are coaching right now.
Mhm.
Now, let's take a spin on women's sport in general.
Okay.
Now I know you just saw this LSU and South Carolina game. It was exciting. Oh, your face expression just said a whole lot about that game. How important is the trend of promoting or supporting more female sports right now compared to the male sport. Now, I'm not going to say because I'm a male, I support male sport. I'm a
Mhm.
person of I support period, whether it's female or male sports. I'm a support sports period.
Mhm.
What is something that you would like to see in reference to helping promote female sports more?
Um, a part of me wants to go to what I don't want to see. Um, but just the clean slate of the game because I'm constantly using, stuff that's going on in women's basketball to help tie it into what we have going. That confidence factor. That's a big thing with female athletes. They have to see that, there are other girls out here that can play this game and they're confident doing it. And they're playing some of the best basketball in their careers. So the confidence factor is a huge push in everything.
All right. Yes, man. Again, we're talking with Coach Dumas of the Yazoo County Lady Panthers, sitting at 18-5 and on their quest to hold the gold ball up at the Big House, which is the Mississippi Coliseum. If people don't know, I really enjoyed those seeing them play. Thus, I had the opportunity to see a coach at an All Star game, the North South All Star game with a good friend of mine, Coach Johnson, Michael Johnson. We attended Jackson State together. So then had opportunity to see you coaching, how you were interacting with the young ladies and as well as coaching them up. But to coach an All Star game and then to coach your team and to have the record that you're having, and then you want to see the young ladies success. I mean, to become successful. Now, let's set basketball aside right now. Let's talk
Mhm.
with Christina Dumas. Who is Christina Dumas?
Oh, I'm a mother of three. The person that you see on the side of that basketball court, and I know you said take basketball away from me, but um, it's embedded within me. I'm a mother of three, a 17-year-old, a 15-year-old boy, and a 10-year-old girl. I'm blessed to be able to coach my own daughter, who's number 15, number 14 on our basketball team. I'm a very person, very energetic. I really, because at school, I don't have bad days. Um, if I see something wrong, I decide to bring some sunshine in somewhere. Um, I'm smiling for the most part. I'm passionate about everything that I do. That's just it. That's me.
Now, with you being a mother, and you said a mother of three. Now, you just went on live air and just lied about that you have three children and you're a coach and an educator.
I am.
Now, so typically high school basketball team depends on the size of the program. They have anywhere between 10 to 15 players. Then you're going to have some managers, and then you're in education, so you're teaching about 100 to 200 students. So you have, to be honest and truthful with you, you have about 300 some kids now. So be truthful with us now.
That's right. That's right. You are.
I'll
Absolutely.
just, and I know some people ask me, children do I have? And I don't know why this number just came from. I said 365 kids, and it looked at
Yeah.
me funny, and I said, "Yes, I have 360 some kids." Because, like I said, I have two boys, biological two boys. But with me being in the type of profession I'm in, I mentor a lot of youth and
That's
I
right.
oversee and work with a lot of youth. And so I treat them just like they're my children also. And
That's
so that's
right.
what I said. I have a lot of children. So that's why I look at that. But I know you looking like, man, don't be throwing all them kids on me.
No, they
My three
mine.
is
Those are
enough.
my babies.
And yeah, and see, as an educator, and that's the way that you see your students. No, you see them as your babies. No, you see them as your own because you're constantly there with them, but throughout the school period, and then they always come to you sometime will ask for advice, ask for guidance, and things along that line. So
Hmm.
yes, you have a lot of children to be truthful with you. But that's a whole lot. But again, this is a More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. We're live at Full Moon Barbecue, 1935 Main Street in Madison, Mississippi. Uh, it's a good sport atmosphere, as you can see all the memorabilia, the photos along the wall. It's a good atmosphere. Come in. So once you walk in the door, you're going to get hungry. So if you come in, just be ready to eat once you come in here. Now, Coach, now I know Madison is not too far from. So whenever you come this way, definitely stop by Full Moon because soon you enter the door, you're gonna get hungry. I'm just letting you know that now. So if you're hungry, don't come here. But if you're satisfied or you feel you don't, as I say, you don't want to glut and eat too much, don't come here because as soon as you walk in, you're gonna get hungry. You're
Mm.
gonna want more. So it is a good barbecue place. This is actually my third or fourth time visiting the place, and I was talking with one of the managers here, and I asked him about they have a drive through, and so
Oh.
I'm saying like y'all got barbecue. Now how in the world you gonna go through a drive through window and order some barbecue and it smells good and no temptation is something. You driving down the street trying to eat and drive at the same time, so y'all gonna make a mess and cause an accident. But me being who I am, I was here last Wednesday and I ordered something. I went home and I ate it at the house and I still made a mess. I'm eating and I got barbecue. I look at my shirt, man. I waste some barbecue on my shirt. So whatever you do, you come here. Make sure that you want to sit down and eat and have time to eat. Cause don't try to rush through because you don't want to stuff yourself, and then don't try to eat in your vehicle because you're gonna want to attempt to eat it. So make sure if you come, you're gonna sit down and eat. So, but next time you're in this area, just let me know. We can definitely come by and lunch on you.
Oh, 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 okay. Okay. I'm all for it.
but again, but again, we talking with Christina Dumas head girls coach at Yazoo County Lady Panthers, who is on the question to meet again at the Coliseum and play somebody in 3A
Yes,
to
ma'am.
hold up their gold ball to take that gold ball up 49. Now we was talking about women's sports and this stuff. Now I know I have to ask you about this game because it was a big game. South Carolina and LSU
Mm-hmm.
this past Thursday. Was it Thursday, Wednesday, or Thursday? What is your take on what is your take on that game?
I think it was a really well executed game on both sides. I honestly, went to the game expecting South Carolina to win by at least 20. I was on the same page with my girls. We're told South Carolina gonna beat, LSU by 20 or more points. But um, a lot of tactics that are normally used in women's basketball, I think they executed it to the T.
So with that now, I'm gonna say expectations.
Mm-hmm.
Expectation as a coach, expectation as an administrator, expectation as a player, a student athlete, expectation as a fan.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody of this, well, good success is always going to have high expectations.
Yes.
Now, with Coach Stanley having the success that she's having, people are expecting her to win every game and win every tournament.
Yes.
Now you have a lot of other teams that are building teams to try to defeat her, like LSU,
Mm-hmm.
like Iowa, like
Mm-hmm.
Baylor,
Mm-hmm.
like Tennessee. They're still coming back up, like Stanford, like
Mm-hmm.
UConn. What are some of the things, though, as a successful coach? How do you feel? Do you what's the word I'm trying to look for? Do you enjoy that pressure, or do you become like a turtle and say, "Oh my gosh, I got to go in a shell. Let me go in my shell, get myself together before I try to cross this street because everything is moving fast and I'm moving at a very slow pace."
Oh, absolutely. Naturally, I'm fueled by that pressure. Daily I come into school and the first thing one of my administrators is gonna say is Coach, what are you gonna do to prepare for Boomble, on down the line? What do you have in store for them? And in the back of my mind, I'm like, Coach, hold on now. We still got to get through district play. Or coach, y'all played this type of defense last night. What else do you have in mind? That's not gonna work. So that's the type of pressure that I need to help to fuel my fire.
Now, I'm a I well, I'm not gonna say I coach. I mentor a junior varsity team,
Mm-hmm.
a team of ninth graders, six, hold on, that was sixth, seventh, eighth, and ninth graders. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna say I coach them, I mentor them because
Mm-hmm.
a coach, they're supposed to do, as a coach, they're gonna do what you explain, what you advise them to do. But sometimes they run rogue and do what they want. They don't want to do. So we had a game yesterday, and I felt confident in it. And I thought though that the score, the outcome was supposed to be a little different. So
Absolutely.
I'm trying to do a different strategy, a different tactic, because I told them that I'm not going to try to do the same thing over and over again. Because as a coach, that's what we expect. That's what we look for. All
Mm-hmm.
right, this team, this is what they do. So this is what we have to prepare for. So I'm on the mindset. I'm gonna keep the team guessing.
Hmm.
So I change. I try to do something different every week. Try to do something different every game. And
Mm-hmm.
so I did. I came up with a whole different roster, and they came out. I was like, wow, they're not playing. They're playing lazy.
Yes.
And then I had to really fight back, and I had to continue to encourage them because we played this team once before, and we beat them by 35. And so we played them again, and they were up by 10, and we won by 2. And
Yes.
so my team is excited. No, they going to the locker room excited. Yeah, I hit the game winning shot. Yeah. And I said, what are you celebrating for?
Right. It shouldn't.
That's no celebration. I said, that score should not have been like that. And y'all celebrating while you winning a game winning shot? No. And so I sometimes I have to bring them down to reality because I feel confident in them. And I felt like as a coach, and I know you can, I think you can attest to this also,
Mm-hmm.
that, like you said, the only person that can defeat you is the team that you're looking at in the match. I feel confident about my
Right.
team. We're 10-7-4, no, 6-2. Is it 6? Yeah, we set 6-2 in the district. And I feel that we shouldn't have lost not one game. I think we should
Mm-hmm.
be undefeated, but this is they beat themselves in the games that we lost. That's how I feel. How do you constantly, like I said, humble your players and say, hey, come on and play basketball, do what I not saying do what I say you need to do, but strategically we're preparing for this. This is what you need to do to be successful. I'm a yeller. I'm gonna say that my wife tell me stop yelling at the yeller while I'm coaching. Do you yell at your kids sometimes a lot, or do you kind of talk at them at a monotone voice to get them to do
I, I
what
I
what is need to be done?
I think I do a good job balancing all of that out because sometimes I'm very calm, and at other times I'm like, hey, this is not acceptable, so I have to raise my voice. We came up with a no complaining rule, I think 2 weeks ago. So, now the yelling and the fussing aspect of it is at a bare minimum, because we have the no complaining rule for about 30 days. So now I have to find different
Okay,
ways of
well now
wording what I want to say.
again, this is more on the road with Bedard Moore, the third presented to you by Moore and Moore Sports Management with our coach Dumas, head girls coach for the Yazoo County Lady Panthers, who's on the quest right now to go ahead and win district and play in a tournament to host a gold ball at the end of the season at the Big House. Now, Coach, well, we're about to go ahead and take a break. I gotta, as I say, gotta go pay some bills. So could you stay with me a few more moments and go ahead and pay some bills?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Hi, this is Ed Trim with Pennington and Trim Alarms. If you're tired of dealing with those national companies and you'd rather do business with a local company, give us a call at 601-939-5231. We're a company you can trust. Let us in. We'll keep them out.
We feel strongly that our area clients are best served by a financial institution that has roots here, but also has an eye on the future. That's what we believe First Commercial Bank brings to our markets. Our idea is simple: deliver a consistently exceptional client experience each and every time. We have a unique story to tell. And our talented associates are dedicated to meeting the needs of our clients every day. Visit firstcommercialbk.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Accidents happen, and the Abston Law Firm wants to help you. Don't feel overwhelmed with disruptions to your life that accidents and injuries bring. Let Willie Abston work for you. At Abston Law Firm, you're important to us. Protecting your rights and helping you meet your future needs is our main goal. And we take pride in servicing our clients. We provide you with knowledgeable, caring legal representation. We are experienced and dedicated to helping you. Call for your free consultation today. Abston Law, located at 1307 Airport.
Right again, and welcome back to More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. We're live at Full Moon Barbecue, 1935 Main Street. I really appreciate the team, Eve, Dennis, and Tim, for allowing us to come here and fellowship, enjoy, and just talk and do more on the road. So now let's get back to some good sports talk with Coach Dumas, the head coach at the Yazoo County Lady Panthers. Thank you, Coach, for joining us again this Saturday. Now, like I stated before, I said it's a lot of teams playing this Saturday. Because actually, finna ready to go to a game later today. Jim Hill is hosting West Jones. It's, I forget what class they're in, but I'm finna go to a game later on today and enjoy some local basketball. So, Coach, besides basketball, what is something that you enjoy doing besides? I know spending time with the family. Coach, I'm not sure if you can hear me, but I'm unable to hear you at this particular moment. I can't hear
Hey, I
you.
think I had. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Besides basketball, what is something else that you enjoy doing? I know spending time with the family because, like I said, you coach one of your children as well. So, what is something else that coach? Well, I'm saying not Coach Christina Dumas enjoy doing.
I love to read in my spare time, but most times it's reading something basketball related. I'm alone for the most part. If I'm out bowling, but aside from that, it's strictly the house, my kids, mom, work, basketball.
Now, and with that, I know only reason why I got back into coaching because I'm coaching one of my youngest sons. Uh, they said, "Dad, why don't you get into coaching?" Because I wanted to. I said, if I get into coaching, it's more going to be at the collegiate level. But the only reason why I got out of coaching is because of I know how coaching this business profession is. Now, also, I do a lot of stuff, and also I work with a lot of coaches and personnel with contract negotiations, so I understand the dynamics of it. But working in coaching, then having a family, and then it's a lot of moving around because coming up, I saw a lot of coaches. I got a coach 1 or 2 years, and then so their coach is fired, or their coach went to another another school, so they got to pack up and move. And especially with
Hmm.
young children, how does that help you to kind of balance that out to working or coaching and then having a family? Then you constant on the move sometimes. How does that work out with you?
I I try to do it with the best effort and attitude possible. I've been at Yazoo County for going on 10 years, I think. Um, well, yeah, about 10 years. So it's pretty much the norm for me. Commuting to work every day is about a 30 to 45-minute drive. It's not bad. As far as the moving around, both my daughter is on my basketball team and my son is also a ninth grader. So I'm able to be around them along with my 10-year-old daughter um, daily. You know, whenever we have games, whenever we have practice, my kids are right there. So it's not a lot of moving around for me.
Now, so let me say this now. When I know this is thinking far ahead with you coaching and being an educator, and you have a child in college, and they're playing sports, and they want you there to support them. But then you have another younger child that's still in high school sports, then you coaching. That's where all the excitement comes in.
Yes.
And so just like I'm telling my sons, I have a senior and I have an eighth grader. And so they said when y'all go to school, go to college, y'all can probably go to the same college because I'm not finna fly to the East Coast and then be in South. So y'all going to the same school, so we keep everything there together. Are you looking forward to that, or you said, man, y'all slow down, take your time?
Yeah, it's pretty much nerve wracking to me to even think about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, excuse me, my bad.
My daughter's gonna graduate high school next year. So I'm trying not to look that far ahead. In the back of my mind, I'm
Okay.
saying, time, please slow down.
And with that, you want your child to be successful wherever that they go. And I know that you're going to be a praying. Not trying to. I don't know your religious background, but I know that you're going to be a praying mother
Hmm.
for safety of her as well as the other students in that particular institution.
Yes.
Are you preparing her for that mentally as well as physically? Just telling her, giving her different options about what to look for, what should you look for at schools and things along that line.
Yes, sir. We try to have talks about, what's to come at least 3 times a week, maybe. Like, what do you have in store for your life? It's not what I want, but what do you want? Do you want to play basketball on the next level? And if so, you're gonna have to do X, Y, Z to get there.
Now, with you coaching your daughter, do you feel it hard to discipline them as a coach or as a parent? Do you kind of look like say, well, am I? What you say?
I'm
Are you
mom.
say?
I'm mom to all of them. So, I discipline them all the same. Absolutely, it's not hard at all.
Okay, well now let me ask you this: do you discipline your uh, daughter player and pull back some of the things that she didn't do at the house, like she forgot a chore or she made a mistake at home? Does that transfer to basketball a little bit when you run at her a little extra, or do you kind of separate it?
I I don't have that issue with her. Thank God I don't. But she's just all around great kid, not perfect. I'm not saying she's perfect. But she's gonna, make sure that she's taking care of business in school. She's taking care of business on the basketball court. But if ever, there's that time where she's studying extra hours, in bed, she's gonna hear it probably the next day of practice once school is done.
And like I said, that's one thing I know. My son, last time I coached my son tell me we were at home. He was like, "Dad, don't be my dad at practice."
Yes.
I was like, "Well, when have I ever been your dad at practice?" He said, "Well, no, I just want you to be my coach at practice. I'm your coach at practice. I mean, your coach when he's dealing with basketball until after the game. Hey, Dad, can I get some money to go to the concession? Oh, so now I'm your dad now. What happened?
Yes.
What have you want to be coach? But I know, like I said, I try to respect it because he came to know he wasn't being no disrespectful or anything. He just came. He's like, Dad, can you be my coach? When dealing with basketball,
Yes.
I said, I'm always a coach dealing with basketball. I really don't be your dad, but I know he probably get tired of me sometime when we're out traveling and we're going on the way back, and I said, text your mom. No, let her know we're on the way back because typically I'm normally driving, and so I guess he's looking at that. He's like, no, let me just be the player because you don't tell your other players say, hey, text your mom. Say we're on the way back.
Right.
But that's the type of stuff I know how to deal with them. So I can respect that because he came to me and asked me, hey, Dad, can you be my coach at
Mhm.
dealing basketball? I said, I got no problem with that. I can't do no but respect that. So, but like you stated, no, you're a father, you're a parent to them 24/7 while they're on the court.
Mhm.
And that's why I asked you that when you have children, how many you have. You said, well, I got three, this. I said, now you lying to me
Yes.
because you have to be a parent to all of them. And it feels good to be a coach where some of your players will come talk to you about not. things outside of basketball, outside the sport.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, but as a whole lot. Again, this is More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. We're here live at Full Moon Barbecue. I got a lot of people walking around here looking at me and say, "What is he doing? He's talking to himself over there." But it's interesting though. But see, that's what happens when you live on set. But no, it's a great atmosphere. That you see the patrons that are coming in now, getting some food and have all the sports TV. They got some type of sports on TV. I'm like, what in the world that they playing? It's like table tennis, but they kicking the ball with their feet, and the table is real small. But hey, that's a different sport I don't want to try.
Which
Talking,
item off the menu would you recommend?
uh, it's kind of hard to say.
Okay.
It all depends on the person. I've tried the ribs, the chicken tenders,
Okay.
the baked beans. I'm waiting on my not potato salad. Yeah, did they have potato salad? I think they had potato salad. And I'm waiting on my banana pudding. But see, that's the thing about it. They said they don't make banana pudding like a small portion. Only time when they make banana pudding, they make a big portion of when they're catering. And
Oh,
so every time I come in here, I ask them, "Do y'all have banana pudding?" Well, we haven't had any catered in a while. So next time y'all have a catering, sit me a little scoop to the side and just text me, give me a call, let me know so I come get it. Because I'm a fan of banana pudding, but there's no banana pudding like my mother's banana pudding.
oh
Because
yeah.
for my birthday, she, it, how does she make it? It's more like a cake style banana pudding that she makes me
Mm.
now. So it's not the regular banana pudding. It's hard and solid like a. It's not well. It's kind of firm like a cake, and so you can cut it like a cake. And so I just want to try that banana pudding. I'm not trying to compare anything, but I'm always going to eat my mom's cooking. But people talking about, hey, we got some banana pudding to die for. Well, let me try it out then. But coach, now again, I know we talked a lot of basketball and talked about women's sports.
Hmm.
Now, where did you play college ball? I didn't get that information. Where did you play college ball in?
I had several opportunities to play, but I was a
Okay.
hometown girl, and wanted to stay close to mom. So, I had opportunities to go play at Grambling University and a couple of JUCO offers, but it was like I don't want to leave my mom, so I ended up
Okay,
not
so
playing.
okay, but you still just have love for the game, and I
Hmm.
can understand. I can respect that because of a lot of successful coaches didn't play in college, but they play at high school.
Hmm.
But you still follow and study the craft and better yourself.
Hmm.
So with that, you don't want your daughter to stay close to go up to what's that, Mississippi Delta or Kahoma, or even go to Valley or come down to the greatest institution in the state of Mississippi, the I love. Yes, I'm a
See,
Jackson
I
State graduate, so I'm gonna
love.
throw that in there.
I am as well.
So, so yeah, so you know how it is. So to come to one of those great institutions. Now, what you been the I love graduate? What's your thought on the women's program at Jackson State right now?
Oh, I love Coach Tamika Reed. I love everything about her from her coaching style, to the way that she carries herself off the court. Um, and I wouldn't necessarily say she's a great mentor of mine. I would love to develop that relationship with her, but just from the outside, looking in, I admire
Yeah, and like I said I've seen. I know Coach Reed. Like I said, I know her personally, and we've been knowing it well. I've seen her play in high school when she was at
her. Hmm.
Murrah, and
Hmm.
her matriculated going to Southern Miss and then to school in down the Hines and a school in Georgia. Knowing her past, she's had some great mentors bringing her up,
Hmm.
even starting at home with her father, her late father, who passed some years ago. When she actually got to the job at Jackson State, how she lost her father, and
Hmm.
I know that he was there in her corner at all times especially while she's at Jackson, even at Hines. Then her high school coach, the great Anna Jackson. I had the
Oh
opportunity to talk with
yes.
Coach Jackson, and we were talking, and she was telling me she was like, "But now I had always been successful because when I first started coaching, I used to get my butt whooped." But she used some other terms. She said I used to get my butt whooped, and I said, "Really?" It's because she was a coach at Lanier High School before she went on to Murrah, and I think she coached a few middle school. And she used to
Mm-hmm.
say she used to get her butt whooped, but boy, when she got on Murrah, no, she turned things around. And then under Coach Joyce McNeely's down at USM,
Mm-hmm.
she worked up under her, and she worked up under Coach Yo, who's not at Ole Miss. So I know she has some good
Hmm.
teaching, as well as Coach Denise Taylor. I know that's probably somebody that you probably Coach
Northwest.
Denise Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's had a lot of good coaches, to lead her, and the success that she's having right now at Jackson State. I can't but commend at what she's doing. Now I
Mm-hmm.
know being a coach and then seeing some of the facial expressions and some of the photos that are being posted about her. But you see that mean look on her face, how she's very into it. She's into it.
Mm-hmm.
And now
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask you this. I know that there was a post about some weeks ago about the dress of some coaches on the sideline. And speaking of female coaches, the dress of the coaches are not. I know there's another post about this social media, but it's been something going on from years and
Mm-hmm.
years in reference to the dress. How do you feel about the dress of some female coaches on the sideline during the game?
I think in are we speaking in reference of the state of Mississippi or overall?
I'll just overall, because you got some different fashion statements all over the place. You got Coach Smokey down there at LSU. She's wearing her Mardi Gras outfit and see-through
Mm-hmm.
leather pants sometimes. Then you got Coach Carter, who is an assistant coach at Texas, the Longhorns.
Yes.
She
Yes.
wearing skin tight pink pants, and then you got Coach Taylor, Coach Don Taylor at Pine Bluff. No, she's dressing down with her. She's already tall. Then she gonna add some high heels on, and then it's another coach at that was at UConn. So the style is different. How
Yeah.
do you feel about this, some of the female coaches?
I think if it if it's professional and it helps to bring their overall the unique side of their personality to life and they're confident doing it, I'm okay with it. But it's important to make sure that we're setting a great example for the kids. And all the photos that I've been seeing, I think I'm old school though, pretty much old school. So, I like the street type of look. But I'm fairly impressed with some of the different styles that they have going on now.
Now, and with that, I know some of the coaches they wear some heels. Again, some of them are a little tall already, but then they're gonna add some extra height to it. And if you're one of those coaches that are definitely into it, that are run up and down the sideline, then do a lot of stumping, doesn't that hurt the feet? Whereas you may have to go see some chiropractor, from all the excitement, especially if it's a very close and tough game. Because I know you really into it when you're coaching sometimes.
Hmm.
So now I know sometimes it hurts to look good, as they say.
Oh yes,
Now
absolutely.
I hope you don't wear any 2 or 3 inch heels on the sideline while you're coaching.
I'll pull the
So
heels out maybe once or twice a year. But if you see me, there's a difference between the coach in the heels and the coach in the tennis shoe. The coach in the
uh-huh.
tennis shoe could run up and down, and then there's that coach with the heel that's just gonna have to stand and be extra careful on the movements. I'm her.
Oh my gosh. Now, well, you see, I got distracted by something just walked by. Man, it's like a big potato with cheese and filling toppings on it. Wow. Okay. But in reference to that, so then why I said this, it's kind of difficult trying to do a podcast show in a restaurant. They bringing all this good food by. I said, I know you can't see it now, but it was a big potato. It was like a spud. It was like about 3 or 4 of them all together with cheese and some type of chili meat on it. You can't really see what else is up under there. But again, that's what happens when you come to Full Moon Barbecue. They're gonna tempt you to do some stuff. But okay,
Mhm.
now back to the here. Now I've seen some coaches live in person.
Mm-hmm.
stomp and jump and I wouldn't say run a full sprint, but they kind of trotted down the side of the court. And I was afraid for them to say, please don't fall, please don't fall. And I've seen some that kind of stumbled a little bit and they fell into a player's lap, but luckily they were there. How do you feel about that sometimes? Now, when you're in here, like I said, you're more laid back, you're gonna be
Yeah.
mindful of what you have on.
Mm-hmm. If they're confident doing it, I'm for it. You know, if they could wear the heels and they look good wearing the heels, why not wear
Now, I'm not talking about look good because you're gonna look like the old saying with Dion, Coach Sanders would say, look good, play good, feel good, something, whatever you said.
it? Yes.
But you know, as a former athlete, that you're going to be into, it, especially when the game are real close and it's real tight. So you're going to be doing some stomping, and you're going to be
Mm-hmm.
yelling, or using sometimes explicit choice of words with the players on the court, depending on what level you are.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that you should have. Speaking, I'm gonna kind of lead into this as well with the NIL deal. I hope some of the coaches got some deals with some shoe repair company because they're gonna stump and mess up the heel. Because I know my wife, she always fussing at me about certain parking lots that she has some heels that she like, and she's like, I don't want to go through that parking lot because the
No.
parking lot gonna mess up my heels. And so I've had to take a few pair of shoes to some boot repair to replace the heel.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how many pair of heels have you had replaced so far in your
Zero.
coaching career?
I would say
Zero.
yes. None. I'm careful. I'm not one of those that's
Okay.
gonna stomp and run. I'm gonna be extra careful wearing those
All right.
heels.
So, well, I know that you all are traveling your next two games. You traveling your next two games. That's correct.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We are.
Okay. So, we're not going to be able to make those. So, when district, what are y'all hosting district at? Where's district going to be hosted at?
Ruleville, which is Thomas
Man, that's
Thomas Edwards, which is up in Cleveland, I think. Cleveland, Mississippi.
yeah. I think yeah. I will see if I make it. I'm gonna let you know,
Okay.
and I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come and watch. And I want you to wear some heels, and I'm gonna see how calm and collective you are. And I'm gonna have the camera directly on you as you're walking up and down the court. Make sure that you're calm. And I'm gonna sit down and analyze it just like you break down the film. I'm gonna break down the action just like how you go. And sometimes I may have even mic'd up and just see what choice words you see because you said that you have this no complaining rule in effect. So I'm gonna make sure now that we're there now. So I'm gonna give you. Well, I don't want to give you a heads up because if I give you a heads up, then you're gonna try to behave yourself. Then you're gonna
Yes.
give me an excuse. Say, oh, I left my heels at the house. I packed them, but I left them in another bag. So I'm probably gonna surprise you. What
Okay.
size shoes you wear? So I'm gonna bring. So what size shoe do you wear? So I make sure I have your size shoe up there with you. So you're gonna say, oh, I left mine at the house.
Yeah, you know I'm not gonna get my size shoe on this air live like this.
But text it to me then, so I make sure that I have it. So
Okay.
I'll make sure that I have. It's probably gonna be a great. It's probably gonna be the Panthers color. So
Okay.
so wear something in sync with the players. So I'm gonna make sure I have that.
Okay. Have it ready for that
All right,
district championship game.
gotcha. Again, this is More on the Road with Bernard Moore the third, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. We're here live at Full Moon Barbecue, 1935 Main Street, and I really appreciate them for allowing us to come out and fellowship and share. I know you see the TVs going on around, and the patrons are getting their food, they're eating, but I know I'm about to be able to order something in a few, so I can get me something to eat. So I know next time Coach Dumas is in the area, definitely stop by
Hmm.
and come on patronize the restaurant. Like I said, don't be in a rush.
Okay.
Sit down and take your time and eat because you don't want to get it to go. Because, like I said, they have a drive through, and
Okay.
when they order, so she stated, I talked with Miss Sampson. She stated, once you come to the drive through, give it at least about 7 to 10 minutes because they prepare the food once it's ordered so it can come out hot. So that's why I
Okay.
said, don't come through the drive through. Come on in and sit down because I don't want you to have an accident coming out this parking lot because you're going to run into multiple lights when you leave out this parking lot or getting back to the main street to get on the interstate. So just when you come here, so make sure you have time to sit down and eat and don't rush.
Okay.
Or
All
either
right.
we can probably can meet here one Saturday and we can do the show here. You can be right here with me, but you're gonna have to eat afterwards because I don't want you to mess up your clothes because I was a victim of it, trying to eat and sit down and watch TV, and I waste some barbecue sauce. I waste two stains on my shirt and my wife because I was about to ready to go. My wife said, "You gonna change shirt?" Nah, I'm fine. I
No.
want to represent that. I guess some stains on my shirt. But again, we're talking with Christina Dumas, our head girls coach at Yazoo County Lady Panthers, who's on the quest to. They don't have a regular season district champ, do they? Or is it always no just district champ? I,
Yeah, and we don't necessarily use that word for it, but if we finish the district number one, we're the regular season champs, and then we have to play the district tournament. And the goal is to, become the champs of the district tournament as well.
okay, well, where's she going right now? You're gonna be district champ,
Hmm.
and hopefully, no, they keep the same momentum. Now, I know we got about a few more minutes.
Okay.
You play everybody in your district twice.
Yes, sir.
How does it feel coming back playing them a third time? I know they say sometimes you beat them twice, sometimes a little struggle that third time to come out a win. How do you feel? Do you feel say, hey, if I beat them once, I beat them twice, I can beat them a third time?
That's the overall goal, but that third time the team is coming up with stuff that they didn't do the first two times. And I'm not going to necessarily say that we're a threat in the district, but we won district last year and the year before, so of course we have teams that's trying to take us down. Um, so that's just
That's I definitely say, and that's the reason why I told my players that I don't want to try to run the same thing over and over again
yes.
because you play the one. I kind of did that only in district once we started district. Listen, even though
Mhm.
it's JV, but you still want to try to win, and that's my quest to try to win the junior varsity district champ because only oh man, so on the rings I like to have is a wedding ring and a championship ring, and I haven't won a
Nice.
championship ring yet. And
Nice.
so that is my objective is try to win a championship. So that's what I'm out for. And I tell my players said now if I was on the court we'd be undefeated
Of
because the way that I
course.
think they play. But they looking at you like, Coach, you can't do nothing. I was like, man, I just wish they could just understand how to play this game.
Yeah.
But hey, that's something else. Well, Coach, before we got to get out of here and before I got to go order my food, is there anything else that you would like to share with more on the road? Definitely, like I said, you can follow, go back and take a look at it on YouTube, Facebook, or you can log on to our website, mms-management.com, to see all of our social media sites in which they will be up on later today. Is there anything else that you would definitely like to leave our viewers and listeners in reference to Christina Dumas as well as the Yazoo County Lady Panthers?
Well, first off, I would just like to say support Yazoo County girls basketball. The last time you remember seeing us was quarterfinals, when Boonville, caught us on a pretty rough day. Expect to see us back against, whichever opponent that we face. For the most part, support us. Support girls basketball in general. We have kids out here that's making that sacrifice, and they're playing pretty hard. And your support would mean the most to them. To Yazoo County School District, I appreciate you for all of your support. To the parents, thank you. Let's go win a gold ball.
Yeah. Now, I watched the tournament at the Big House in Boonville. I'm thinking about Biggersville, but Boonville, they came out and played well. But hey, like I said, the only team that can defeat the Yazoo County Lady Panthers are
Yeah.
the Yazoo County Lady Panthers.
Yes, yes, yes.
Well, Coach, again, Coach Dumas, I really do appreciate that time. Appreciate your time and joining me this lovely day. I wish you guys well, and definitely looking forward to seeing. I'm gonna surprise you now. So once you get a text that, "Hey, Coach, I am here," don't try to
Okay.
hide me and don't hide in the locker room because I will come get you and I'm gonna give you those shoes. So I'm gonna text you once I get out there. I'm gonna text you say what size shoes you wear, and we're gonna definitely bring those shoes for you. And then I'm gonna have you mic'd up and everything. But
Okay.
the fans are not gonna hear. I'm gonna have it stored in another file so that once we meet here at Full Moon Barbecue, We're gonna break everything down, and like we're
Okay.
watching film, because though I can do that with this program where we're gonna break stuff down, and so we're
Okay.
gonna assess your coaching tactics and see how many times you stumble or you kept cool with your heels on.
Okay, I'm all for it.
All right, got you, Coach. Again, this is Coach Christina Dumas of the Yazoo County Lady Panthers. Coach, I really appreciate your time. Hey, be safe, go out and enjoy, and make sure you go read a good book, and we can discuss that as well as next time.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
No problem. No problem. Thank you, Coach. Have yourself an awesome evening.
You do as well.
Yes. Hey, man, this is more on the road, but Bernard Moore Third. I am here at Full Moon Barbecue. We're about to get out of here. I'm finna go place an order for my food. Like I said they take about 7 to 8 minutes. So while I place my order, I'm gonna come back here and break it down, break all this stuff down, so that I can definitely go ahead and get me something to eat here at Full Moon Barbecue. Man, I really appreciate you guys' time for joining us here at Full Moon, and definitely stay tuned because we got much more coming up later. Dealing with Full Moon, we're trying to definitely establish a relationship with them, and I really appreciate them for allowing us to come here to spend some time with them. And I think my partners, my partners from Pennington Internal Loan Service, First Commercial Banking, Willie T. Abson, and Talking Sports Live. Like I said, we're going to be here live here Wednesday, so stay tuned for much more Wednesday here. Come join us this Wednesday here at Full Moon, 6 p.m. as we'll host Talking Sports Live with Rob, Jay, Larry, Nix, and myself. So we're going to have an awesome time. Much love to you guys. So you know how we're ready to do when we're ready to get out of here. It's time to go. Got to go have some fun. Thank you for tuning in, looking at more on the road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Go out, have fun, love, peace, and soul grease. We're out of here. 1 + 1 = deuces.